How good are you at managing you? If you are not good at managing you, you've got to own it and commit to fixing it. Because this is the thing, every goal that you desire to achieve is contingent upon you. It requires you to be the best version of you. It requires that you know how to manage you, that you know how to manage your mind. You got to know how to control your emotions. And one of the things that I know for sure is that learning how to control your emotions and managing your thoughts will change your life. It will absolutely change your life. It will change your relationships. It will change how you respond to adversity, how you respond to offense. It will really help you to silence some of those negative emotions and begin to choose happiness, to choose peace, to choose joy. And so I know that even my marriage, oh gosh, and I'm not even gonna get into it, but I gotta share this. Like my marriage changed when I learned how to control my emotions, when I learned how to control my mouth, right? When I learned how to stop being so easily offended, and I had to stop being the victim. I had to stop consistently looking at what my spouse was doing or was not doing and start looking at what I needed to do to be a better me. Because this is the thing, even if someone mistreats you, you get to decide how you respond. And so what I want to do today is teach you some of the skills that you're going to need in order to learn how to manage your emotions. Because even if you get your dream job, your dream contract, your dream relationship, you're going to blow it if you don't know how to manage you. You're going to blow it if you don't know how to handle adversity and offense. And what I used to do was I would let things pile up because I'm one of those people that I don't like friction. I grew up, I saw a lot of violence and so I don't like it. And so sometimes because I don't like confrontation, I would avoid it. And so I would just be a doormat. I would just let people run all over me, say what they wanted to say. I thought that being assertive was the same thing as being aggressive. That's not true, right? You can be assertive. You can stand up for yourself. You can advocate for yourself without being mean or nasty or aggressive. And so what I would do is I would just let them continually tick me off. I would be burning up inside. I wouldn't say anything. And then it would be that one day that I've had enough. And then I just go off. I just blow up. Like as a teenager, I lost a job like that because I had a boss who was really rude and cruel and always and I would just not say anything. I would just suck it up. And then one day, that was the day I blew up. I knew it was over, right? I quit because I knew I was about to be fired. And so even in relationships, it was the same thing. Like I had to learn how to get to this place. And let me tell you something, I'm still learning because even when you get to a place where you're really good at it, there are some people who are close to you who can still pull that old version of you out if you're not careful. And that's why I'm always teaching, work on yourself, work on yourself, work on yourself. Because you have to, like, you gotta be ready for the offense when it comes. And so one of the ways that I do this is by really practicing self-awareness and mindfulness, like really getting in the moment and paying attention to what's going on. I pay attention to how I'm feeling in that moment. So if someone says something to tick me off, like the first thing that comes to my mind is like, oh no, he didn't. Oh no, she didn't. Oh no, we're not gonna have that. Oh, you're not about to talk to me like that. And then boom, I fly off the handle. I get out of character. And when I do that, when I get out of character, I give that other person my power. And so what you don't want to do is get out of character, because when you react instead of respond, you're handing that person your power. And so you want to notice how you feel. The moment they push that button, like if you're married or you have kids, they probably know how to push that button. And so you got to know your triggers. You got to know what it is that can cause you to get out of character. And you got to continually work on yourself. But the best thing you can do is take a step back. Just take a second to breathe. Like I take deep breaths all the time because I have to give myself some time to catch up with my emotions, right? You got to give your brain some time to catch up with your emotions because your emotions are immediate. So typically people respond out of emotions and they don't respond intellectually, right? They haven't given their response any thought. It's just they said this, they did this, I do that. And that's not how you win in life. That's how you work hard to get somewhere and then you blow it because you don't know how to manage your emotions. I want to challenge you to make managing yourself your top priority. So you want to name how you feel. You want to slow down, give yourself a chance to process what is actually going on. And then you want to make sure that you are responding and not reacting. So if you feel yourself getting heated, you feel like your heart is racing, you're feeling these physical symptoms, maybe you get a headache, like certain people have different ways of experiencing anger. They feel a rush. So maybe you got to just breathe. You may need to go for a walk. You need to get you a cold bottle of water. And then you take a moment to think about the story that you are telling yourself related to that event, right? Because if you're saying to yourself, they did me wrong, they intentionally hurt me, I got to get them back, like you're not in the right place. And so sometimes it's better for you to not respond at all if you're not going to respond the appropriate way. So there have been times when I've gotten an email from a business partner, and as soon as I read it, I was ticked. I can be real, like I was like angry. I was shaking. I was nervous. I was like, how dare you say this to me? And then immediately, boom, 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 I'm firing off. And then I hit send without even thinking about it, without thinking about the consequences. So this is the thing that we've got to do. Consider the consequences of your response, right? Do you really want to blow this? Or do you want to take some time to let that simmer, right? Figure out your response. And so what I do, sometimes it may take me a day or two to respond, not because I didn't see it, not because I didn't read it, but because I got to make sure that my heart is in the right place first. Because one of the things I've worked hard to do is to experience authentic happiness, to experience authentic joy, right? And so I cannot allow somebody else to come in and snatch that because they're putting their stuff on me. Like you are not, and I say this to my daughter, I'm like, no, you are not going to disrupt my peace. Now, if you want to be upset, that's fine, but I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to react like that. And so you've got to decide that feeling good is one of your top priorities. And in order to do that, you've got to be aware of who you are allowing to influence how you feel. And so as I wrap up, I want you to really consider how you respond to negativity, how you respond to offense. What happens when you are angry? What happens when someone rejects you or says something that is insensitive? And I want you to begin to work on this every day. Like maybe there's somebody in your workplace. Like I've had a boss who was like always on me, who ticked me off. And sometimes I would just kind of go off like I did. Not to the extent where I got fired, but it was, I just couldn't contain it anymore. And I realized that I had to become more assertive and not let things build up. So that's one of the things you want to begin to do. Just speak up for yourself in a nice way, but speak up for yourself and don't let things pile up, and stop expecting people to read your mind, because what you might find offensive, the other person may not even realize that they have offended you. And so you're walking around mad, you're walking around upset. They have no idea. And even if it was intentional on their end, you still have a responsibility to manage you, right? You still have the responsibility to keep your energy up, to practice self-care, to continue to level up your mindset, to continue to control your response to negative situations. And so once you master this, you're not going to be easily aggravated. You're not going to be easily moved, because sometimes that's what people are looking for. They are looking for you to respond in a way that confirms what they have said about you privately. And so it's going to be your job to control you, to create a brand where people have nothing but great things to say about you. That's your goal. Right now, they may not, but let that be your goal. You don't want them to say that you're always negative, or that you're easily offended, or that they can't give you feedback without you getting upset and storming out. Like, you got to be able to handle some things. You got to be able to to handle people gossiping about you, people talking about you, people posting negative things about you in response to maybe a video or a book or whatever it is that you put out there, your work, your colleagues. Like, you've got to work on you. And like I said, I promise if you get this, your life will change for the better. If you enjoyed this, make sure that you subscribe and share this with somebody else that you think would benefit from this video. Until next time, take care.